promised, I'm back. Can you believe 2 weeks in a row? And this week we are going to take a look at Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet. Nice early 2000s sort of indie rock song that I'm sure everyone knows at least the general tune to. What I've done is I have simplified the way we play the song. A lot of the song is played using bar chords, but you know, given as this is a beginner focused channel, I thought I'd dumb it down a bit. Dumb it down, there's wrong words for it, but I've put it into a more simplified way of playing it so that, you know, if you're picking up the guitar, you're still at that sort of stage, you'll be able to at least, you know, get to grips with this song without having to think, oh Christ, I've got to learn bar chords, which are a lot of people's nemesis. So what we'll do is we'll jump in and take a look. You'll need your guitar in standard tuning for this one, guys. So from your lowest string, you're going E, A, D, G, B, and E. Okay? So before we jump into the lesson, as always, don't forget to give me a cheeky like and subscribe. But let's have a jump in and see if we can learn something new, shall we? Okay, guys. So, Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet. Easily recognisable tune, which obviously starts off with the little lick that they do, which sounds, I'll slow it down for you, but it sounds something like this. Okay, that is, believe it or not, note for note on that one. So that isn't simplified, but all you're doing is you're starting on your A string, or the 5th string, whichever you prefer to call it, at the 7th fret, okay? And you're just picking that once. Okay, then you're coming down to your 3rd string, down here, at fret number 5, and picking that once. And then we're going for a double stop bend, okay, which is strings 3 and 2 here at fret number 7. Okay, and you're hitting both of those and just bending up ever so slightly, so you'll get a tone that sounds something along those lines. Okay, you can hear it going up, then back down, so you'll have this. And then hit it again. And bring it back down. Then 5 on that 3rd string again. Back to 7 on your 5th string. And finish on fret 5 of your 5th string. Okay? So going 7, 5, double stop bend, and again, 5, 7, 5. All down picks for that. Okay, nice and simple. It might take a little bit, especially with that double stop bend. That can be quite tricky. The strings tend to feel, you want to say fragile, you know, when you're doing bends, especially double stop bends, they do feel like, oh, you're going to break them, but you're not, okay? Just trust yourself, and it's only a slight bend up, and remember to use your wrist, okay? You're not bending with your finger, you're not pushing like this. I know how that looks, I know what you're all thinking, I'm not doing that, okay? Okay, you're not pushing with your finger, what you're doing is you're having the strings under your ring finger, and you're turning your wrist, and in that turning of the wrist, you're going to be bending the strings up, okay? You can see them bending up there. Okay, better way to do it. So once you've done that lick, there's a number of ways of playing the main verse, as it were. You've got the bar chord way, but for the sake of it, we're not going to do bar chords. We can look at doing a simple A chord, okay? Off of your 2nd fret, strings number 2, 3, and 4. I tend to bar them, okay? And you'll have this. Okay, and all that is, okay, is literally just that A chord, and on your strum hand you're just going down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. Okay? Okay, and then the other way you can play it is with a simple power chord at your 3rd and 5th frets. But just again, we'll just stick with the A chords, okay? Don't get yourselves too confused. Just stick with that A chord. Nice, simple open chord that most of you will know from your, your general beginner lessons straight away. Okay, nice and simple, okay? And then what we're doing is for the bridge into the chorus, okay? We have something that'll sound like this. And then we go back into the verse. Okay, so for that point, what you're doing, okay, so we're coming into the bridge. So that is a simple power chord, okay, formed off of your 5th string with your 1st finger at fret number 5. And then you can do how I do it, which is a ring barring strings number 4 and 3, or ring and pinky finger on those 2 strings there at fret number 7. Okay, so you'll have this shape here. Or in my case, this shape here. And just hit that 3 times, straight down strokes. And then what you're doing is you want a noise that sounds something like this. So that is, you're still keeping that sort of bar chord shape that we had, okay? So your 1st finger is still on that 5th string, but you're now at fret number 7. And again, you're muting, okay, your string number 4 here with the underside of that first finger, okay? So you're pushing down, okay, with string number 5, but you can feel that string 4 just resting on the pad of your finger, so it won't ring out. Okay, and then your ring finger is on string number 3 at the 9th fret. So you hit that once, and then up to fret 10 with your 1st finger, and it'll be fret 12 with your ring finger. So you'll have it a little bit something like this. Okay, so you're starting to realise now what we're doing is we're just forming power chords for a lot of this, okay? So, as I say, you're just doing that. Okay, and then that takes you into the main chorus, which, as I played through before, will sound a little bit like this. Okay, so again, straight power chords for this, okay? The main song is played all bar chords for this part, but again, beginner focused, just your power chords, okay? So no need to get your pesky middle finger involved. So your power chord, you're forming it off of the 5th fret, string 6, and then ring, or ring and pinky, whichever way you play your power chords, is formed at fret number 7 on the 2 strings below, so strings 5 and 4. And that's played pretty much the same as the intro. Down, 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 up, down, up, down. Okay, and you're doing that just for one measure. And then you're coming down your strings, down, down, okay? That way. I know some people say, oh, you're going up your strings then because you're going higher in the notes. But I just prefer to think of it as going down the strings, so I'm going down towards the floor. Okay, and you're going to fret 3 with your 1st finger, and again, ring or ring and pinky, this time at fret number 5 on the 2 strings below. And then come up a whole step, okay? So your ring finger is at fret number 5, and then your ring or ring and pinky are at fret 7. And then resolve it back where we were, with your first finger on that 6th string at fret number 5. Okay, so you'll have something that sounds like this. Okay, now if you're finding the transition from power chords on your lower strings down and across a little bit tough, you can, instead of doing this initial power chord, just play your A chord and then come down the neck that way. Okay, so you're just losing that initial power chord off of the 5th and 7th frets. Whichever one you're most comfortable with, okay? So you've now got the basic verse, the chorus line in there as well, and also obviously the main lick that everyone remembers. Okay, the only other part that sort of really goes in as a beginner lesson, let's say, there is obviously the little solo where they're bending and what have you, going up and down, but we're not focusing on that today. Obviously, just keeping with the theme of the channel, okay? But you will have this. Okay, so that's where they sort of they break and come back into it towards the outro section. So again, you're just starting on that A chord with your general sort of down, downs and ups, ups. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Okay, and then we come up to fret 12 on string 5 and forming the power chord on fret 14 with your ring finger. I would really suggest just doing the ring finger for this part of this section because trying to get your pinky squeezed in there, especially if you've got fat hands like mine, is a pain in the backside. Okay, so again, you're sticking with that same rhythm with your strum hand, but this time you're just, you're basically a whole octave higher, okay? So you're just doing that again. Down, 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 up, down, up. And then move it up, okay? So this time your first finger is then at fret number 15. And your ring finger is at fret 17, okay? Forming that power chord still, okay? And then up one more whole step. So your first finger is on 17 and your ring finger is on 19. And then back to 12. Now that section could be quite difficult, I can understand, especially with you know, bigger hands and what have you. That's quite a finicky section of the neck to be on. So if you're not comfortable being at the higher notes, you're just going back to that that sort of bridged section. Okay, because there's two guitars within the band. One's playing the higher octaves, one's just sticking to that straight verse. That's really all you need to be going at this from a beginner standpoint. Just view it as learning that basic lick that I showed you at the beginning, off of your 7th fret, 5 and 7. That's all you're doing. It's based off of pentatonic scale. So if you've not learned your pentatonic scales, have a check of my other videos on that. It's nice and simple to go over with yourselves. Okay, and it's just based off of that, so just learn that section, and then that basic rhythm section. If you're not into your bar chords just yet, great way to learn this song, okay? So have a go. I'm aware I probably sound a little bit husky today because I've got a disgusting cold, which is a pain in the backside for this time of year, but it is what it is. But yeah, have a check out, have a go. Let me know how you get on. Any questions, as always, drop them in the comments. I will always answer and sort of guide where I can. Any suggestions for the next song as well? You know, I've been practicing some AC/DC bits of their new album, so we might come back and have a look at something like Shot in the Dark, for example, something like that. But I'm always open to suggestions as well. Pop over to the Facebook page at Fat Bloke Does Guitar. Drop me some suggestions. Have a chat. Guess what I'm doing for next week with some of my stupid pictures. The Jet one has really had people going by the look of it. And what we'll do is we'll try and come back next week, hopefully with me feeling a little bit better. And we'll have a go at something new. But in the meantime, guys, take care of each other. Look after yourselves. And I'll catch you next time.